This little jacket used to come down to a point. It was very angular, but I didn't really like that. So I put this little jacket on a mannequin just so I can kind of eyeball and free cut a straight edge. I also wanted to take off all of the fabric that was around the neck. You can see there's a ton of fabric. I just didn't like the cut of the jacket when I was wearing it. I don't like turtlenecks and I don't like winter coats with big hoods because they hurt my neck. I just have a bad neck. And then you can see as I'm pulling the fabric out, the excess fabric has kind of a harsh angle to it. And now I'm just trying to manipulate the fabric to where it's more of a straight edge or a straight cut. And to finish the edges that I just cut from the jacket, I went in with my serger. Now that I have the edge of the fabric cut straight, you can see it's not enough fabric for me to kind of wrap around if I'm cold. So now I'm going back in with the mannequin and draping my jacket over it and trying to figure out what I can do to make the jacket cross over my chest a little more, but keeping that straight cut of the fabric. So I have this extra green snakeskin fabric left over, so I thought this would be perfect to add. So I didn't have enough of this green snakeskin fabric, so I thought I could use this fabric from this shirt I don't really like wearing. I love the fabric and I love the color. It's too much of a V, like it has that V cut. It's too low. And even when I wear a tank top under it and I'm bending over it, you can still like see down my shirt. So instead of donating it, I thought I could just repurpose the fabric. So I'm just cutting the green fabric into a rectangle shape. So I suggest when you are draping the jacket over your mannequin, you want the fabric right side out. And you want to keep the fabric right side out because when you pin on the new trim to the jacket and you flip it and then serge it, it's going to make more sense. It's going to look more seamless. And then you can see I'm putting the nice side of the two fabrics facing each other. So you can see I'm seeing the white or the back of the fabric. I am only pinning one side of the trim down for now, just so I can see how the fabric is going to lay and seeing if I need to move the fabric over, because like I said, I don't have enough fabric, so I'm just trying to do my best to center it, and then also figuring out where I'm going to put that other green fabric. Now I am just flipping over the snakeskin fabric into the jacket. Now I'm just playing around with the width of how I want the fabric to be as it's laying over my chest. And because I don't want too much fabric on my neck, I am now reaching inside the shirt and pulling down the collar of the fabric. I didn't really measure or anything, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So the fabric part around my neck, I want it to be at least half an inch or an inch. It was a lot easier for me to just go in and start cutting the fabric that is going to be around my neck. So as I'm cutting, I'm pinning down the fabric, making sure that there's going to be enough fabric for when I serge the pieces together. So once I have the fabric pinned back, you can see when I flip it over, it looks a lot more seamless. and the fabric that's going to be around my neck is going to be a lot smaller, and as it comes closer to my chest it's going to get a lot wider or thicker. Now I'm just draping the jacket on a table flat. So as you can see, I just flipped over the new trim of the jacket, and all those little white pieces sticking out, that's the excess fabric, and that's what I'm going to be cutting off. It was a lot easier for me to go in with the little circular fabric cutter instead of normal scissors. Because there was not really any particular measurements, the circular cutter allowed me to freehand cut a lot easier versus a normal pair of scissors. I also had a gray shawl that I didn't like the front trim of it, and I took this gray fabric that matches pretty well, and I did the same technique where I originally cut out a really long rectangle and then I pinned it, and then once it was all pinned I was able to go in and cut off the excess fabric. This one came out really good as well. I'm very happy with how it looks. A shawl like this I would wear with a pair of leggings. I hope this video inspired you, and thank you so much for watching.